Justice loses its meaning when the law protects power more than the people. On today's segment, we'll be discussing trending gist in the society. We're looking at the story of Malami. He was the former Attorney General of the Federal Republic during the Buhari's regime. And now Maina has come out to accuse him, saying that the money that the government or the money that the EFCC found in possession of him is more than what they are actually alleging, what they are actually accusing him of. What do you have to say about that?
Well, looking at the allegation currently raised against the former Attorney General of the Federation, we're talking about the life of Malami. Now, Abdul Rashid Maina has made it clear that, look, yes, we could also state that, yes, there was previous allegation of 270 billion naira, but now it's just a standing little fact. That's what's trying to clear, letting the Federation, the Republic of Nigeria know that, look, this man in person has gone beyond
the amount,
you know, he has been probed by the EFCC and also the stated one from the DSS. Now, looking at the facts and status of the funds which has, you know, been allocated by the former Attorney General of the Federation, talking about the life of Miami. Now, I want to state some of them which I have in my list. Now, looking at additional financial probes, we are talking about the recovered loans of $322 million. You understand? Now, those ones were investigated by some of traced to the Abacha loot and thereabout. Also, the Switzerland loot, we are talking about $22 million. Now, we also have mega deals, which he has also had now in Global Steel Holdings Limited and thereabout. We are talking about $496 million. You understand? Now, the claim by the former, we're talking about the life of
former pension
officer, which is
Maina.
Maina, yes. He talked about, look, there are also more loots, more funds that should be checked into. You know, now what he's trying to do is, you know, let these officials go deep. Yeah. You understand? You know,
I'm seeing controversies here.
Okay.
Because when you're looking at Maina's past history,
yes.
In 2019, in 2019, October to be precise,
he
was arrested by the EFCC when he left the office over stealing of 2.2 billion naira, and then he was sentenced to prison, and his son too was also arrested. That was in 2021. So I'm trying to see controversies here. Him is trying to say, oh, he suffered, he paid for a crime, and another person too has to pay the same thing.
I think, you know, Malami also was, I think there was a bit alleged involvement by him also in that probing of his own case as at then. So let me not say this is just as a revenge, but this is just as a you know, a clear fact that, look, our high profile leaders, you know, people who the country, you know, put their trust on, who we should have initially have confidence us, are actually the people, you know, robbing us of our own funds or our own treasuries that we should use to sustain not just the nation, also the well-being of ourselves. You know, because it's a thing, it's a daily routine, it's a daily activities. You understand? And if you look at it, you know, still coming from the EFCC, still coming from high officials who are in charge of probing these people, you know, it seems as if it's fine. I think it's due to constitutional law that when any prominent person is in office, maybe it shouldn't be probed or thereabouts. Come to think of it, we discover that, you know, while they are in office, you know,
they don't carry out these investigations
and thereabout. But let's be honest, you know, even while, you know, they are allegedly looting these allocations, these revenues for their personal purpose, you should know that definitely transactions have been made. You understand? So from this whole narrative, I would say that, look, Malami and other people who are still in his level might have taken funds. I'm talking about funds used for the federation to different destinations, which our agencies still need to really go deep. You understand? And in addition to this, enough of these judiciary is bringing bills. Judiciary giving these people, these offenders, political offenders, bills. There should be strict punishment. Now, I could recall most of high-profile personas in places like China. Those people have their own policies and law. When high-profile personas are caught, ex-officials and thereabout are caught, there are strict persecutions given to them.
Yes.
I strongly believe if our government, if it could be included in our constitution to take out thorough punishment, thorough strict move on these politicians, definitely those coming behind them will learn. They can do away with bail. Let's be honest. They have what it takes to clear themselves from these various custody, these various security institutions who probe them here and there. They have what it takes. Now, if there are strict measures, if there are strict consequences given to them, definitely those coming behind them will learn their lesson, because we still have a whole lot of prominent people, past leaders, past ex-governors and that who have, okay, look at the life of Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State. We've had so many allegations raised against him, huge amount of money probed against him. What has been the result? This is someone who is also having interest to run for one of the constituencies in the state. So
okay, sorry to
about?
Interject you.
Yeah.
What does this matter politically beyond corruption?
It sounds that, look, our leaders, our prominent politicians who are up there, I think they are quite taking things out of hand. They are not giving Nigerians the courage, the leverage to have confidence in them anymore. It seems as if these public funds, entrusted to them, belongs to them, whereas it is meant for the betterness and the well-being of the people. So I think our government should do more things. Our constitution should be upgraded to a level whereby our leaders, our citizens, know that what is meant for the people should be used for the people, not for their own well-being. Okay, look at still on the case of Malami. We've had so many infractions done by him in various northern states, even in his hometown. We've had allegations of him having one or two resorts that talking about hotels, you understand, schools, there and there.
Under his name.
Under his name, with public funds. And, such funds are being found on their custody, wasted and there. But why there are people who are in need, who are hungry in the street, who are suffering in the country. This shows that indeed Nigeria is blessed. But how are our leaders, how are our prominent politicians, how are they making use of it to benefit the nation?
All right, thank you so much, Kings.
Okay.
We want to trace back to the previous things that EFCC has done over the past, like the likes of the former governor of Ekiti State. He was also arrested over alleged money laundering of 2.2 billion. And then the governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. Okay, and the former governor of Anambra State, Williams Obiano, and then the governor of Abia State. Those people, they are also arrested over alleged public funds. And in the process of trying to do this thing, the court dismissed the case that the EFCC don't have enough evidence over them.
But if you look at the long run, they were found guilty one way or the other. Fine.
But they were not punished.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm driving to. And that is why, if you could recall my statement, that is where I said they have what it takes to get away with such issues. Yes, even if the EFCC doesn't have enough evidence, but at least they were found wanting. It was labeled on them that, look, such funds were allocated in probably their account or thereabout. You understand? That is why I said strict measures. That is what probably our constitution is lacking and thereabout. Or if our constitution is not lacking it, then they should be put to use. You understand? Enough of being scared of our politicians, or they should be, strict measures should be given to them. Because if these strict measures are not given, I'm talking about the solution that I think will end this menace. If strict measures are not given, definitely the rivals, I'm talking about those who are coming behind, politicians who are coming behind, who are also seeking to be in this position, someday will see it as a normal thing. You understand? For us to, do away with public for, oh, what is there? Is it not just to give us bail and we'll sort it out? Now, when strict measures are taken, I believe that is why most developed countries are where they are today. Example, China. You understand? Go and check their policies. When you are being found guilty, you're making use of public. Most of them are sent to death. They are hanged to death. Strict. When I talk, they are sentenced instantly. But here in our country,
actually doubt if Nigeria will actually adapt to that kind of system.
That is what we are saying. But let me tell you something, Casey. If it can be done in that format, if it can be put to use, I'm telling you, Nigerians will have better leaders. That is just it. We will have better leaders who will definitely care for as in that fear of maneuvering, public funds will be brought to an end.
All right, thank you so much, Kings. Moving on to the next story. Oyo State Governor has broken silence over wanting to defect to APC. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I think this is not just he has made it clear that, look, my visit to the president, that is President Malami, recently, you could recall where he went to the villa, for one or two conversations, and there has been alleged rumor that he's, I think the governor is trying to defect to the APC and thereabout. But he has made it clear that, look, it's for an official purpose. You understand? He stated that it's all about urgent challenges rivaling, the state and also the country. You understand? And he also made it clear that it's okay being in the PDP. You understand? That shows, a loyalist. You understand? But at the long run, it's now a common thing now in Nigeria that any opposition who goes to the president for one or two conversations is probably, in a talk, in a discussion segment whereby is about defecting.
But that is what is happening. Makinde said he's not defecting to APC. That is actually, that story is not really balanced. Because we want to cast our mind back to the present River State that we are in. The governor of River State, he actually said he will not defect to APC when he visited the president. And all of a sudden, he defected to APC. The other governor followed suit. Like Governor of Akwa Ibom, he was in PDP and he defected to APC. Now Makinde is saying no, he will not. That he just went there to have closed door, which he has not really disclosed to the public. The kind of meeting that he went, probably he went to have a conversation with the president, and maybe the conversation didn't actually go well the way he wanted it. And he's coming back to say no, he's not trying to defect.
Well,
what can you say about that?
Well, first of all, let me clarify to everyone that President Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not the president of APC. Okay. The APC has a chairman. So probably if Seyi Makinde, that is the governor of Oyo State, goes to be the chairman of the APC, that is when, yes, there will be good proof that indeed it seems. What
if he's going through the president to get favor, to buy favor, so that the president can actually make it?
Which he has actually clarified. You understand? He said he has denied denied such allegation that, look, we only went to discuss state matters, something that pertains to my state and issues that are.
But he didn't mention the exact thing he went to discuss.
Neither did he mention. Neither did he place the fact that, look, okay, I have interest in the APC. Now, one thing Nigeria should know is. I think we should do away with this. Any opposition party or any governor in the opposition going to meet the president is actually talk with the president to the camp to the APC.
But that is what has been happening.
That's what has been happening. But now looking at the stand of Seyi Makinde, now he has clarified and he has made wave that, look, I am having I'm having an ambition to run for presidency coming 2027 under the platform of the PDP. Yes, there have been primary yet to be made and thereabout, I think, before then. But he has made that move that, look, he has the ambition for the presidency. Now, a governor in that stance now, how do you think, and even if he's defecting to the APC, who is he going to seat? So I think when any governor is trying to move, most especially in the life of Seyi Makinde, who is having such ambition, definitely whose rival is he going to? Is it the president who has full ambition of retaining presidency again that is going to unseat in the APC platform. It's not possible. So definitely, when anybody is saying, oh, Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, seems to join the ruling party, the opposition party, I think they should also have a rethink. Who is he going to unseat? I think there's nobody now who stands a try to unseat the president, even if there will even be a primary that will be made.
Makinde actually, he emphasized this bipartisan cooperation. What does it really mean by that in political terms?
Of course, it shows that, yes, he's a loyalist to the PDP. And he stands firm with the PDP, despite the crisis, despite the internal crisis happening and thereabout. I think it's a man with vision who sees the PDP reviving again, gaining a stand in the political platform of Nigeria, because he has been in the PDP right from time, even before he came into office as governor of Oyo State in his two-time journey. He came through the PDP, you understand? So I think this is a governor who has full loyalists to the party. So despite talks from front and back, side and left, he's still solidly behind, standing firm with the PDP. And if you could recall the crisis that happened in the secretariat in Abuja the other time, it was among those who had conflicts to regain the party secretary, even from the two subgroup. So I think Seyi Makinde, really, if you look at his stand right now, I don't really buy ideas of emphasis thrown on the air saying that is about the campaign to the EPC.
All right, so we'll see how long this is loyalist or this is loyalty will stay.
Of course.
So we'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll take it to the next segment. Welcome back to the show. We understand that the president, Bola Tinubu, has approved the posting of new ambassadors to foreign countries. We're talking about countries like the France, the United States, UK, and Turkey. And these people that are actually posted into this country, they are going there as ambassadors. Why are this ambassadorial posting to the US, UK, France, and Turkey important?
If you could recall, last year, I think there were 68 nominees that were made, by the president to the Senate for approval for ambassadorial purpose. Now, when you're an ambassador, you are representing your country for some important matters in the diaspora and thereabouts. You understand? I think recently the president has given out this, has brought out, I think, 3 or 4 lists thereabouts, and given appointed people for different countries. We are talking about, for that of France, an ambassador has been brought out that is by the name Ayodele. Okay, that is a former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency. We also have, for the United States, we have retired Colonel Latif Era, that is former Director General of the State Secretary Service. And that of the United Kingdom, which is the UK, England, I mean, we have Amin Mohamedou Dahatu, that is former envoy to Korea, and appointed the High Commissioner and thereabout. Now, if you look at it, these people have been sent out. I think these are the first 3 batch who have been, out of those number, who have been really sent out. I think the purpose is actually to really, because there have been critics here and there that, look, how can a country like Nigeria not have ambassador for a very long period of time? I think the president has to make his move in order to put that criticism. And this criticism has been widespread, not just in Africa, not just in Nigeria. It has been widespread all over the world. Even Donald Trump himself one time condemned it. And if you look at it, Nigeria as a country, a sovereignty state for that matter, not having an ambassador, is a no-no, is an unfortunate thing. So I think it's a good one for us to have an ambassador, which the president has really done. But the actual thing is we should all, when you have been appointed for a particular mission, I think we should take our appointment serious. You understand? A lot of people have come out to say, oh, most ambassadors who have been sent on a mission for a long time, what has been the result, what has been the outcome? The country Nigeria is still facing, tremendous crisis in terms of insecurity and thereabout. Yes, these ambassadors are to go to this country to have a clear view of how countries' economic system are working, so that in order to, bring that system back, and also for us to implement it so that our own nation too, our own economic system can also work, follow suit theirs, you understand? So I think with the help of this, definitely Nigeria will be about to start seeing changes if these people who have been sent out on this mission, do their work diligently.
Well, until Nigeria fix their internal challenges, new ambassadorial posting, no matter how strategic it is, they will still produce no results. So we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much, Casey. Thank you,
It's a pleasure to always have you.
And you too,
and to you, our viewers, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying informed. Thank you for staying engaged. Till I come your way again, Kasitoni. Bye for now.